Hello, hello. Welcome to Real Talks with WUNDT. I'm your host, Dr. WUNDT. If you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. Stay in the now time. Stay updated with the current issues and episodes. And if you really like what I'm doing, hit the like button. Show me much you like it. Show me that you care. Please excuse my horrible zit. We'll call this episode's called The Zit. No, just kidding. But on the real talk. It's the real talk. My book Proverbs out in Barnes and Nobles or Amazon.com. 3,700 original Proverbs, 222 pages of wisdom. Cop it, people. Please support my arts. Cop this book, please. Support my arts. So next episode's called Alien Encounters, and it's about an alien encounter I had one night, 2 nights in a row, actually. So it started out like this. I was laying down in my bed at night. I was in Chatham, New Jersey. This is in Chatham, New Jersey. In this bedroom, this very bedroom, the bed right over there. And I had my doggy Felicia with me, and Felicia was laying down by my feet, getting snuggies. And then and I wasn't even messed up or anything or on any drugs or anything. I was completely sober. And all of a sudden I start breathing purple, the color purple starts coming from my mouth like and I'm like, what is going on? I was like, this is different. Like I've seen like a lot of things on drugs before, but I have never seen anything like this before. This was something new and different and weird. And I was breathing the color purple, and the color purple was coming out into like a fog and creating this like purple fog everywhere. And I was like I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm breathing purple for Pete's sake. And so then it got really cloudy, and this like red cloud, like this purple cloud was like surrounding my bed. It was like an aura or something. And this has something to do with the conductivity or the way they're able to transmit to you and see through help you see through your mind and stuff. This purple fog has something to do with the way they transmit. So I'm laying there. I feel this sensation on my temples, like someone's rubbing my temples, and it's giving me like a massage on my temples, and it feels friggin' amazing. I'm like, oh my god! I was like, he's like working it out. What's going on? And I look backwards and I look up, and then there was a green alien. I called him Mustafa. I ended up naming him Mustafa. And Mustafa was giving me an alien massage, on my temples, and he was working me out, and he was putting me in this relaxed state of mind where I was able to conduct on their frequency level, okay? And he was like adjusting my brain waves, and I felt like $1,000,000, got an alien massage, word. So then he starts showing me different things. He shows me different things, and it like appears like almost like a screen or something, like within the purple fog. It appears, and I noticed that over my hand too. It looked like there was like a clear plastic gel over my hand, like a transparency gel over my hand, and my hand was glowing yellow, bright yellow. And this had something to do with the transmission too. How they're able to transmit these signals and these frequencies or something through the walls, through telekinesis, through however it was happening. It was happening. This had something to do with it. Was this gel and the purple conductivity in the air? And the first thing Mustafa showed me was uh, he took me and he showed me a race of black people. It was an alien race of black people. They were just black, and they were all wearing like the same colors. They weren't wearing like too many colors. It looked like kind of like an old Navy commercial. Everything was kind of plainly dressed, and like no one had like gold teeth or like tattoos or anything. They were just regular black people, space people, and it was like this space race of black aliens, like probably where the African American man came from. Okay, and I didn't know what to make out of it. It was just so bizarre. I was like, why is he showing me these black people? Like, what the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, that was just part of the mystery of Mustafa's encounter, was showing me this race of black aliens. Okay. The second thing he showed me was a race of humanoid aliens. They were like bigger, they're human size, but they had bigger heads and bigger eyeballs. And they were living with dinosaurs. It was so fresh, yo, to see dinosaurs, yo. And they were getting, it was like an alien disaster video, like where they like dinosaurs were like macking like aliens and stuff, and like slaughtering aliens. Like a T-Rex would come out of the tree and like eat an alien off sitting off a bench or something. And they showed me this for a while, and it was just like an alien disaster with these humanoid looking aliens. And it was like aliens and dinosaurs living together. And it was like, it was blowing my mind. And it was like, I don't know if I was being shown like before the edge of time or somewhere in time or whatever it was, but this is what Mustafa was showing me. And then so that was that. And then like in between transmissions, in between each transmission, there was about ten minutes a lag time, downtime before the next transmission started. And then the next thing Mustafa showed me was a like like 13, 14, 15 lane highway in the future in some futuristic city, and cars were going really really fast, like really fast. And this one car was gonna crash, and it was gonna blow up, and right before it blows up, a skinny tall aliens came down in light speed, came down and grabbed the soul out of the trucker's body, and then flew back around and carried the soul out of the body before the car crashed. And then the car would crash, and then the people would die in the car crash, but they wouldn't die because the alien was carrying their soul, almost like the job of an angel, that what an angel would do. You know what I'm saying? To save your soul and for your souls to heaven or something. And it was like aliens soul robbing. Are they really soul robbing? Or what was it? What were they doing with these souls? But they showed me it a couple times, a couple different car crashes, but the same scenario: a skinny alien, tall alien, going light speed, going the speed of light, would go and grab the soul out of the body before the car crash would hit, and then it would crash, and then he would save the soul. Soul collecting, alien soul collecting. What? I was blown away. Mustafa was blowing me away. So then this transmission stopped, and then in the purple fog, it was like a long row of seats, like a booth, like a floating booth, like levitating floating booth came off from the distance and came up to me out of the purple fog, and I had the feeling that these were like female Mustafas. For some reason, they felt female to me. And they came up close, and then they were bowing to me. They kept on bowing to me, like thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I was bowing to them. I was like, no, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing me these things, for blessing me with this treat. And then they just kept on bowing and bowing, and then they slowly faded back out into the darkness of the purple fog. And then The next thing Mustafa showed me was a race of aliens that kind of look like Jar Jar Binks a little bit, but not as long as big feet and floppy ears, but they kind of look like Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. And they were all in samurai, like futuristic samurai army gear, and it looked so fresh. It was just like so high tech, like you could tell it was high tech, and it was just like futuristic shogun samurai warrior, and there was like legions of these aliens, and they were marching in formation, and they were marching up this hill, and they were coming close to me one by one. They'd come close to me, and then pass me by, and I was just watching them march in formation, like getting ready for battle of some sort, or at least that's what I thought they were doing. Maybe they were doing some sort of ritual. I have no idea, but it looked like they were going ready to go to war because they were warrior aliens, and then that was that. And then the transmission died for about another 10 minutes, and then it picked up again, and then I was able to float out of my body and float into this like giant stem cell, like giant beanstalks looking type black room with giant, like, almost they look like nerve cells, or giant nerve cells or something, or beanstalks looking thing. And this was a baby cultivating area, like a nursery area for infant aliens. And these little fluffy cannolis looking aliens. Can you give me a minute? Good night, mother. I love you. Mother saying good night. I love my mother. Um, and they were like little fluffy cannolis, looking type of aliens that were coming up, and they were fluttering around and fluttering up over the beanstalks and stuff. And there was like these weird, like giant leaves and stuff hanging off the stalks and stuff. And I looked to my left, and I saw another group of humans that were like, oh my god, and they were like pointing at the cannolis and the things too. So I wasn't there alone in this sector. There were like different pods, and like there was different humans in the different pods that were being shown the same thing that I was being shown, and like having the same type of journey. And I was just like, oh wow, this is cool. At least I know I'm not alone. And then but they were like little fluffy cannoli looking things. They looked like cannolis, but they were like baby aliens. And then but they were intelligent, but they're really small and tiny, and there was like a baby cultivating area. So then the transmission ended, and then that was about it. And then the after like about another 5 minutes, the light in my hand goes off, and the gel looks like it like cleared off of me, like it slid off of me, like the gel off my hand. And and then I was just left in the haze of the purple fog for like a half an hour before it dissipated and went back to normal. And I knew I was still on my bed because I could still see Felicia, my dog, was laying by my feet the whole time. So I could still see her during the whole experience. Like I knew I was in my bed and I knew what was going on. But I was able to leave my bed and travel to these places that they wanted me to show me at the same time. I don't know. It's alien technology. It's just different. The only thing I could say about the alien experience is that it's just different. It's different in every aspect you've ever imagined. It's just so complex you can't even comprehend it. And that's what it was. And then about a half an hour it took for the fog to go away, the purple fog to dissipate, and there was like one other alien looking dude who looked like he was shutting some sort of gate or some sort of door or gate or something within the purple fog, like before it disappeared. He was there, and then he floated away off into the purple fog too, and then it disappeared, and that was the end of the transmission. And I was just like, "What the heck? What's that?" I was like, "This is so cool." I was like, "Aliens are so cool. Aliens are so cool, so cool. Aliens are so cool, so cool." Um, so then the very that I woke up, went through my day, and then I had like a sonic ringing in my ears, like in my temples, like not my temples, like behind my eardrums. There was like a loud humming frequency for the next of the day, and like I realized that like what Mustafa was doing me was putting me when he was massaging me, he was putting me onto their frequency so that I wouldn't have trouble adjusting to the communication and the ways of uh them communicating with me. He was putting me on another frequency, and so my ears were starting to adjust back to normalcy, and then they were ringing for like a long time. And they rung for about 3 days. 3 days. It was ringing for about 3 days before it went back to normal. But it was like a low hum ringing, annoying. Like, but the very next night, something else happened. Again, I'm laying there and I'm laying in my bed, and then see the gel over my hand, and then the yellow light starts to glow out of my hand, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Day two." I'm like, "All right, day two. Let's get it on. Let's go. Let's go. Like, I could do this every night." You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You guys are giving me the royal treatment over here. So, I was very flattered. I was very flattered. Thank you for choosing me, Mustafa. So, anyway, uh, then it was like I was seeing what looked like slides, looked like Kodachrome or Kodak slides of like millimeters of film, but it wasn't. It was just like different pictures, but they looked like slides, and there were thousands of them, and they were like all alien objects. On each slide was a different alien object, and they were going like fast. They were like downloading by the thousands by the second, and I think they were like downloading something into my head. That's what it felt like. Like I was seeing these images real quick, and I was remembering them in the subconscious of my mind for some reason that they would make sense further in life somehow or something. And then this little square box pops up in front of me, and there's this, and it's in black and white, and there's this alien. He's a humanoid looking alien, but he looks more like a fish type alien. Like he's more fishy lips, and he's going blah 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 blah, and I can't hear him, but I know he's talking up a storm, and and I got the impression it was like if a doctor was doing like a summary, like a brief summary synopsis of like what was going on. Like this is case number 394. He had been we downloaded the pictures into his brain. He received the world treatment last night. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was like a doctor saying he was saying something to somebody recording. It was a recording of him uh recording what they did to me or something. That's what how I took it. I don't know. But I'm like, listen, bro, I don't speak. I'm like, you speak English? You gotta speak English. I can't understand you. I'm like, can I get someone who speaks English around here? But in all seriousness though, that was all it was. But it was a black and white box that just popped up in front of me. And then it disappeared. The box disappeared. Then the light shut off, and the gel moved off from my hand, and that was the end of the transmission. And that was on the second day, so it happened 2 nights in a row. And I was just like, "Oh, I can't wait for day three." You know what I'm saying? What's coming on day three? But day three never came. They never came back. I don't know where they are in the world, the universe right now. But Mustafa, please come back. Mustafa, please come back. I love you. Mustafa, please come back. I love you. Mustafa. Hey, Mustafa. I called him Mustafa. All right. That's all I got, people. That was my alien encounter. Take it for a grain of salt or take it for what it was, which is the truth because it did happen. You want me to take a lie detector test? I'll take one. I'll pass it. But this is what really happened to me. And I have a couple other alien encounter stories, but I'll leave those for another episode. But that's all I got, people. My alien encounters. Peace out. God bless you. And it's just different. It's a different world out there. One day we will be walking and living and praying amongst these creatures from another galaxy. 42 tribes, to be exact, that are down with God are going to come to Earth. This is another information I have, secret information I have, and we're going to see it within our lifetime. We're going to be walking within the aliens and stuff. They're going to be walking on Earth, and they're going to help replenish the Earth with their technology and stuff. And we're going to make it rain in the desert. God's going to show His greatness and make it rain in the desert. Bring all His rainmakers together. That's a whole other story for another time. But right, all right. But that's all I got. My alien encounters. Take it for a grain of salt or believe it for take it what it is. It's the truth. These are only truth talks on Real Talks with Voon. Only the truth. Only the truth. Only the truth. Blessings. 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 Love. 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 More love. More love. More love. More love. I love you.